Okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Need to go turn on the audio in the other room. All right. So, how's everybody doing today? I hope y'all are well. Welcome to VR Citizen. We got a bunch of things to get done tonight. And, yeah. Then I think over the next few days, we're going to start to prep for our 24-hour streaming that I hope to do, as well as get through a few other videos. So, welcome to VR Citizen, everybody. I'm Chachi Sanchez. I'll be your host tonight. And, yeah, not sick anymore, but still feeling a little bit weak and sore. So, we're just going to take it easy, and we're going to try to get some mining done. Look at all of that new stuff. I want to make a Squadron 42 rant. And then we're going to start to kind of look at some CVARs if we can by the end of the VR Citizen portion of the stream. Then we might just play some Tarkov and hang out. So, welcome everybody. I hope you enjoyed tonight. And, yeah. Thank you for dropping by. Let's stay safe and fly right out there. I'm going to go test audio in the other room. We got to wait for the countdown timer. Ads are going to play. Let more people get in here. Welcome. Let's get rolling. Oh, and also remember that I'm trying to get to Manchester for the Squadron 42 party. So, any and all voodoo that you can do helping me get there is very much appreciated. Whether that's Twitch Prime, you know, gifting subs, just subbing in general if you haven't already, straight up donations to the GoFundMe project. All of that goes back into helping me do the voodoo that I do. So, thank you all very much. One sec, BRB. Ugh.
Hello there. Hello there.
Oh, all right. What's up, everybody?
Hello there.
Here at Crusader Industries' Universal Headquarters, research has been proceeding to develop a line of automation products that establishes new standards for quality, technological leadership, and operating excellence. With customer success as our primary focus, work has been proceeding on the crudely conceived idea of an instrument that would not only provide inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal grammometers. Such an instrument
Looks like all
comprises
the
not
audio's
only
working.
spaceless
That's good.
sprockets and Coswell cogs, as well as industrial bearings from Shubin Interstellar, electronic components from Frisker Semiconductor, and all monitored by software built on top of Rockwell Automation Architecture, or RAW. We give you Crusader Industries Quantum Encabulator. Now, basically, the only new principle involved is that instead of power being generated by the relative motion of conductors and fluxes, it's produced by the modial interaction of magnetoreluctance and capacitive detractance. The original machine had a base plate of prefabulated amulite surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with the panometric fan. The lineup consisted of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes so fitted to the ambisphasent lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented. The main winding was of the normal Lotus O deltoid type placed in pan-endermic semi-boleoid slots of the stator, every 7th conductor being connected by a non-reversible trem pipe to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the grammometers. Moreover, whenever fluorescence score motion is required, it may also be employed in conjunction with drawn reciprocation dingle arm to reduce sinusoidal depleneration. The quantum encabulator has now reached a high level of development, and it's being successfully used in the operation of quantum jump travel. It's available soon wherever Crusader Industries products are sold. Okay. Howdy, Chachi Sanchez here. I bought too many atlases and now I'm bringing the discount down to you. I was hunting for a good deal on power loaders when CIG decided to price the atlas at $40. Did you know you can drop an atlas off in somebody else's hangar and it'll persist long after you've left the game or server? Then you could use it as much as you like. There is no lock or unlock or power mechanisms with this bad baby. Just step on in and load away. It's the Ferrari of tractor beams, also priced like one. Don't believe me? See what these happy customers have to say. I was gonna buy 3 of them if they were $20, but now I'm gonna go down to Crazy Chachi's Atlas Emporium and get me 2 today. Uncle
Hey,
Jim bought
what's
his
up?
Atlas down from Crazy Chachi's Atlas Emporium. He took it to get a pack of smokes and came back with a Christmas tree. 10 out of 10. Would shop there again. Buy my insurance fraud, used stock of Atlases, Atlasi, Atlas-C, whatever they are in plurality. Come on down and buy them. Only $29,999 AUEC.
Hang and bang, sir, I'm married. Hang on one sec.
Chachi's Atlas Emporium. Results may vary from customer to customer. We do not take responsibility for accidental dismemberment or discomfort from general use. Comes with fully limited warranty. Valid until Atlas is used. All sales are final. Come down to Chachi's Atlas Emporium today. Is that good? Is that it? Did we get everything? Very possible there.
Hello there.
But yeah, how you doing, citizen? What's up? Can you refresh and try it again? Your sub should have gone through. Do you not have like a notice that says in the chat it should say like I don't know, man. there should be like a thing, a way to like, hang on, I'm just gonna ask how to... When you weren't streaming, oh, okay, well, hang on, how to... Well, there you go, at least you got your 55 watch streak in. Thank you. How to get Twitch to...
Hello there.
Okay. How to manually... Okay, hang on here. It says I'm subbed, so it's just iffy on alerts. Gotcha. So it says to just wait until they're live. When you load into the chat, Twitch will prompt you to share your resub in chat. When you do that, assuming they have the alerts up, the alert will play. So are you watching on like a phone or are you watching on a computer? You're on PC? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, there's no real way to manually do that. So, unfortunate. I got a bill, so it better give you the money. Need to get you to Manchester, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, as always. All right. So, I'm not feeling sick, but I'm not at like 100%. Feeling just a little bit sore and still a little bit tired today. I also need to invert my sleep schedule and actually start taking that seriously. But I think what we can get done today is I want to do a Squadron 42 rant. I want to check out mining in 4.9 and then we'll look at some of the CVARs for a guide I'm gonna make. So hopefully we can get that done in a timely manner. So yeah, basically not even like a rant, but just speculation. But rant in less than 3 syllables. Or rant is, you know, less syllables, so. Yeah, yeah. Ugh. I'm pretty. It's not all Sylvan, but a lot of the heavy lifting is Sylvan pushing it forward as quickly as he did. If he wasn't the driving force, then yeah, this would definitely be like a post 1.0 type of thing. I'm thinking. But yeah, how you doing, Harabik? Fuck, man, I'm just tired. Low energy. Exhausted and running 4 hours of sleep because the kids are rude in summer. It's because they're hot. They got all this heat energy built up in them. Everybody slows down in the winter. But yeah, glad you could drop by and hang out, Harabik. I don't think I'm going to keep everybody too long. I got a couple of things I want to get done footage-wise for YouTube that I should need to. I want to make this Squadron 42 speculation rant video tonight so that I can read this email that I got from CIG about the Squadron 42 event that I think is going to have me sign NDA stuff. So, yeah. First viewing of the Kraken is going to be in VR. Yeah. I can't wait. Because, yeah, that's going to be like Squadron 42 and then Kraken later this year, huh? Because it's going to come out like December? Or should be ready in December, maybe, and then like be sold for Invictus. Yeah. Invictus, yep. Yeah, hopefully they finish it on schedule. IAE's Galaxy. Well, yeah, but I'm just talking about like time-wise for the teams to get done. I think they need to be finishing that around like December or January, because then they should be focusing on other ships after that. I'm sure they'll be working on the Kraken right up until Invictus launch, but I would assume the schedule is finishing it by around December. Finish. All right. Ship launches. Seems like there's some cracks there too. Feels like a good end game of Squadron with how focused they are. I hope that Squadron is as good as they can make it, given the time frame. But that time frame needs to be done soon. So probably Lot Zero by December, January. Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't mind. Well, I mean, ships got to keep being made, and that's a separate team that does like gameplay and server and all design and planet tech and all that crap like that. But still, like maybe slow down and focus a little bit instead of like, okay, a ship every month, a ship every event, a ship every sale. But then maybe they wouldn't be able to keep their head above water. What do I know? All I know is that the fucking Ironclad was very much looked forward to by the community. And boy, is it such hot dog water of a ship that it is, that they literally went back on the one thing that they said they wouldn't do and allow people to fly it from the command center. I want the Kraken to get a VLS for size 7 torps to come out of the deck somewhere. Like a VL, yeah, vertical launch system. Like 2 of them or something. That'd be cool. Kept the faith of the Ironclad. Bugs aside, is still visually stunning. Well, yeah, they're all visually stunning. You can't say that about any ship. You can't not say that about any ship, so that shouldn't count. Like, that's the whole point of them, is that they have to be visually stunning to sell as good as they do. So, now we're just asking, should we fucking work, Should it just work? Fuck, man. I'm just tired and weak from all the sickness. I still don't have, like, my full energy back. And it's kind of an important thing when you're wanting to stream and be, a sociable likable person who wants to have people watch him. All right, well, let's just get rolling. Got the joystick fixed. I actually didn't even fix it. I fucking swapped out one that I had in the closet. Oh, I'm gonna have to mute. Like, hang on.
Hello there.
God damn it. Hang on. Don't have chat set up yet. Ironclad had new tech in it, absolutely suck balls, but CIG having a flawless release of new features is basically a unicorn. Have you seen VR support? That was pretty damn good, if you ask me, on launch. The best Tech Zero feature to come out in basically ever. Yeah. Having a job that depends on... basically. Having a job that depends on being in front of the camera doesn't go well with being sick. Yep. Making a video or something for YouTube, then I come back to my senses and yell at myself for being an idiot. Chat-free riot. No, if you want to make a video, I'd say make a video. Thing that I would say most is just don't expect it to, immediately be viral and get a billion jillion views. Apparently, that's all the kids think about these days is how am I going to get viral? How am I going to get viral? Nobody's just making a video to make a video. If you want to make a video, make it. That's the most pure form of art. Something that, no one is going to watch and see. That's what I, originally started to do. I knew people would watch my tutorials, but anything else outside of that, I always said was a bonus. And now, each of my videos is getting, almost 1,000 views. Hopefully we can keep up that momentum. All right, let's go. We're going to get a build stream for the new ship's helm for a Kraken release. I have plans. We are going to have to do that, but all focus is on Squadron 42 and October. So thank you all for the voodoo that you do helping me get there. Controller battery is low. All right, I'm going to just take that, and we're just going to plug that in like that. All right, cool. Oh.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Summer is always the drought season. Also, the season CIG pisses everybody off, but oh well. Yeah, usually it's like, Invictus was cool, but then, everything breaks the next 3 or 4 months. Reflight plus SS usually starts at the beginning of August. I wonder if this is going to let the Idris compete this year. I don't know if they'll do capital ships. If it's supposed to be just like the ship, thingy. Not the capital ship thing, because capital ships will just win so quickly and easily. Did they fix the thingy? No, they did not. Who's on? Oh, Woozy. Go join Woozy. Foundation Festival, yeah.
Hello there.
Who wants to bet they'll have some sort of ship to sell, too? Okay. There's a neck gap in my suit. It's interesting. Polaris is capped, but it's not limited, so the stock nature of the Idris will... I would say, if we're talking about the actual size of all ships, Polaris is Corvette-sized. Cruiser Corvette, not actual cap ship. I think that's when we start at the Idris and Kraken. I trip up at an interesting theory about the summer kerfuffles that happen every year at CD, where always the biggest PR disaster. Some of the most important people are on holiday. Not sure if true, but fun to think they give a break and say, "No, should we go?" Nah, Sylvan was on holiday earlier in the year, and he's definitely one of the more important people. So Benoit always seems to be working. So a funny theory for sure, but. All right. Chat, you're in the way. Okay. I like that I could just see all my shit from here. Okay, what are we wearing? What is this?
Hello there.
Tailwind flight suit for the... Oh, this is the Murray Cup flight suit. Oh, this thing looks badass. Where's the helmet for that? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty badass. A little bit weird looking in VR with the faceplate. That's my hose. Shouldn't there be two? No? Okay, it's one going up to the thing. The two are on the shoulders. Alright, cool. Officially, Polaris now is the only Corvette and considered the smallest capital ship. Perseus, Tiburon, Hammerhead are all classes of heavy gunship. I would say, like, if anything, Tiburon and Perseus and Hammerhead are all blockade runners.
Hello there.
But, who the hell actually knows? Because you could take all the conventional ship naming approaches for warships on ocean and throw them out the window and do whatever the fuck you want, which CIG seems to have done. So, Once we took everything that's happened to SC seriously, it'd be as miserable as the refund people. More fun to laugh your ass off about it. No joke. Okay, I actually need my thing here. If we going to do stuff. Because, yeah, that's hurting my hand. Where did I put my pad that I would rest upon? It was my drum pad. Where'd that go? Hang on. Okay. Oh. Okay, there we go. CIG's classification for what they consider to be a capital is size 4 components. That's true. If we're talking about what the game's consideration is if it's got a size 4 or not. So what are we checking out tonight? We're going to look at mining, and then we're going to be looking at... Okay, so we got to check out the new mining features. I want to make a rant while we're pinging and scanning about Squadron 42. Then we're going to take a look at a little bit of CVARs, then probably go to the desktop and play Tarkov for a bit. So, do I look good enough for... This is a cool outfit, but is this for mining? I don't think so. Very cool, though, man. I love it. Yo, come on. Okay, I guess we'll just drag from here. So what are we wearing? I guess all my cool flight suits are gone. Chinese New Year one, Year of the Rat. I think all armors should be able to wear all backpacks, but with severely induced penalty if you have smaller cores. Because, like, look at this. I want to wear all this cool armor, but it's just medium, 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 medium. Who the fuck's going to wear a medium? Light armor. Like, I'm actually ever going to wear that. Now, arms and legs we might be able to get away with. Looking cool. Yeah, the middle is just not doing it for me, though. I wish I could sort by heavy. Anything better? Nah, it's the same. It's not bad. Exactly. Like, this is an MMO. You're telling me I'm not going to have the biggest bag space available to me? You could carry crates. I am not carrying shit. This is an MMO. Okay. Do we even have any good backpacks? I was about to say, I bet you I don't. As Talon Helmet Epoch. That's pretty cool looking, not gonna lie. Flight helmet is cool, but just not the right one. Not the right colors. Okay, that just looks weird with my pudgy face in there. No. Carrion. No. No. Just go with the skull. Blue or red? Honestly, probably blue. Makes the armor. That ties the room together. That'll work. Area loot feature never works properly for me anyway, so bringing a box would be pointless. I love the area loot feature, but I'm not, big enough of a scavenger to know if it works well or not. Okay. Yeah, not bad. You're a homunculus. Alright. Weapons. Yeah. Blue. Healing. And one Empire pistol. Oh, I can only... Is it just... Yeah, I really hate that that's a pistol now. I guess if you have a heavy... Energy SMG? Pickinelli, energy, Crusader laser. Let's go with the laser shotgun. It's a bit more my style. Permafrost sniper rifle. Citizen Con P8AR. Permafrost shotgun. You know what? Let's go with that. Oh, you know what, actually? I forget. Okay, hold a max lift. Oh, a red one. Is it always red? Am I colorblind? No, yeah, that is definitely max lift tractor beam. What is this? Max lift AA support tractor beam. Okay. Gray cat. Ah! I guess. Max lift, yeah, it is different. It is indeed different. Max lift AA. Okay. Not sure where that one came from. And I guess a blue Crusader multi-tool. Attachments. Tractor beam. Salvage. Mining? Where's my laser? I was told there'd be a laser attachment that's completely useless. Guess we'll slap on the mining attachment. Do we not just slap things on anymore? Yeah, that's tractor beam.
Hello there.
Mining. Alright, cool. Mining. Wasting one of those special JFK bullets. I do like that you can freely mix and match armor so well in this game. The new dress up Barbie features coming at the end of year 2. The one of the things that I think is great is that it's gonna be in VR. They're gonna have dress up Barbie doll simulator, as well as building and crafting and home decorating mechanics. So this, some people will never ever even want to fly or fight in this game. Okay, so we got our shotgun, the tractor beam. Oh yeah, we didn't go for the rifle. But where's my... Okay, yeah, pistol. And then mining tool. There we go. And fists. What you do, sir? Yeah. Okay. Now what? We ready? Where's my... I want to rotate my camera. Why won't it let me? Oh, because that's this one? There we go. Okay. Got it. Right, I figured that when you're on the ground there's two cameras. Okay, so I guess we get the mining stuff. Really quickly, I want to do a couple of things to my recording setup, and then we'll get going.
Hello there.
Okay, let's see here. Grab that. We need to go to... Alright, Dream Air. Star Citizen Desktop. Swapping the audio around. Okay, that should be good for recording. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Ugh, I forgot to actually hit record. I hate that there's no way to Alt-Tab with the touch controls. When I'm in desktop mode, that'd be really handy. Alright, start recording. Okay. Alright, how's everything look and sound? Are we good? Yeah? Alright, are we ready? Looking good? Alright, beautiful. Looking good, sounds good. Alright. Okay. Well, welcome everybody to VR Citizen. I'm Chachi Sanchez, and I'll be your guide today. And we are going to take a look at the new mining changes for 4.9. So, some of the things that to be noted across the board for everybody. All mining ships have had their lasers power increased by 20%, so that opens up a lot of actual builds for... Do I not have... Uh-oh. Patch reset. I actually don't think I have a mining ship. Oh, come on. We might not be doing this. I could have... I guess it didn't survive the patch. Prospector. Nope. I guess we go rent one? No, because then we can't test loadouts and stuff. Got them all, and I think I got a prospector I could jump in for you. Well, I want to be able to, like, swap loadouts and stuff like that. Do I even have any here? I think I'll still need to go to, like, a bay thing. If you can, meet me at, like, Crew L1. I'll go over there in a Cutlass. Probably just go in, like, the Mark II. But yeah, Crew L1, and then we'll spawn your Prospector, and I'll take it over. How much money do I have? 4 million. I could... How much is a Prospector to buy? Aren't they like 2.1 million? Anyone know? Anyone? Not sure. Anyone at all? Might have a million. I could say thanks, man. I appreciate it. You don't have to. Let me see if I could just buy it straight up. I'll ask in chat. Anyone able to Google it real quick? Those that aren't playing in VR right now and have access to an alt tab. Just under, so what, 2.9? Or almost, so just 3.1 mil. $2.9. Okay. 2.9 mil. Alright, then yeah. I will take that extra million then. I thought it was 2.1. Whenever you get time. No rush. I could buy it right now, so we're just going to go to Hurston and grab it.
Aerospace. All systems online. Landing gear.
Predicted anti-G resistance. It tells you now at the beginning. Isn't that nice? Ah, there you are, Tic Tac. I was wondering what we buying. I gotta go get a
Nothing like
fucking
good bottle
prospector.
of Chateau de la Chasalea wine. Hey,
Oh, good.
Chachi
Ad break
Sanchez.
started.
You're right there, Chachi Daya. Who'd have thought 30 years ago we'd all be sitting here drinking Chateau de la Chasalea wine? Aye, in them days, we'd have been glad to have a can of pips. A cup of warm pips out of a broken machine. And 0 sugar.
But yeah, Troubleshooter, we got to get a prospector because we lost ours during the patch and we're trying to test the mining stuff and make a video. So, of course, it's going to take extra time. Bankrupted, self-buy and teach a special mold, but didn't have enough spare cash for supplies. 9.7 million. Damn.
Even though we were poor.
What's so special about their mold?
My old dad used to say to me,
Gotta
"Money
update. You're
doesn't buy
fine.
you happiness." He was right. I was happier then, and I had nothing. We used to live in this tiny old house with a great big holes in it. House. You were lucky to have a house. We used to live in one room, all 126 of us, up on the 200th floor at Area 12. Half the floor was missing. We were all huddled together in one corner for fear of falling. You were lucky to have a room. We used to have to live in a frozen corridor, half buried
Different
in the
mining
snow and
heads
new
didn't
babbage.
want to grind out the
I used to dream of living in a corridor.
rank
Would've been a
5 for their
palace to
mold.
us.
I didn't even know that any of that stuff
We
exists.
used to live in an old hydrogen tank on a rubbish float barge near Orison. We got woken up every morning having a load of rotting fish dumped all over us. House. Humph. Oh, well, when I say house, it was a hole in the rubbish fields outside of Lorville, covered by a piece of tarpaulin.
New mission
was
give.
a house to
Oh,
us.
okay.
We were evicted from our hole in the ground at Lorville.
So just more rep
We
to
had go
grind
and live
out.
in the
We'll
lake
do that
before
during
it dried
the
up and we had to move to our core.
Streamathon.
You were lucky to have
Will
a
hopefully
dried-up
start
lake.
soon.
There were 160 of us living in a small shoebox in the middle of a frozen
Luxury.
lake outside of
Yeah.
Babbage.
I'm glad I got my ads back up. The plan is to start once
You
I
were
get like
lucky.
some stuff for YouTube out of the way. The plan is to start filming during the daytime. A
We
bunch
lived
of
for
new
3
ads
months in
and
a
crap
brown
that I want to
paper
play in
bag in a
between, and then we're going to
septic tank.
streamathon and
That was
raise
before we
money
found the
to
hydrogen
get
tank.
me to
We
Manchester
used
for
to
Squadron
have to get up at
42.
6 o'clock in
I don't know if
the
you
morning,
heard
clean the
Tic Tac,
bag, eat a crust of stale
but
bread,
I got an
go to work
invite.
to the mill for 14 hours a day at the shipyards, week in,
We're going to
week
try to
out.
go to
When
Manchester.
got
We got to
home,
raise a lot of money
our
though.
dad would thrash us to sleep with his belt. Luxury.
Hardcore.
We used to have to get out of the lake at 3 o'clock in the morning, clean the lake, eat a handful
Free
of
golem,
hot
then a
gravel,
prospector,
go
then a
to
mole.
work
That's
at the
cool.
mill every day for 2 pence a month, come home, and Dad would beat us around the head and neck with a broken bottle. If we were lucky.
That's 50 miles
Well,
away. Nice. I'm
we
sure there'll
had
be
it
some sort of
tough.
VR or not.
We used to
Not
have to
VR.
get
I'm
out
sure
of
there'll
the
be some
shoebox
sort of
at
bar
12 o'clock at
citizen,
night, lick the frozen
nearby,
with our tongues. We had half a handful of freezing
in
cold
Manchester
gravel, worked
that'll
24 hours a day at
be
the mill
open for
4 pence
everybody to
every
come
6
meet all the
years,
people that
and
got
when
to
we
go.
got
So
home, our dad
if
would
there is,
slice
I
us
expect to
into
meet
a bread
everybody
knife.
in the UK.
Right. I had to
Over
get
at
up
that
in the
event.
morning at 10 o'clock at night, half an hour before
And if
I
not, I'm
went to
sure
bed.
someone will throw a bar citizen in
Drink
one of
a
the
cup
evenings
sulfuric
between.
acid, work 29 hours a day in the mine, pay the mine owner for permission to go home, and when we got back, our dad and mother would kill us and dance about on our grave singing hallelujah. Aye, would you try telling the young people that today? Will they believe you? No.
Hello there.
Are we back? Yes. But yeah, I'm really excited. I can't believe I'm one of the few and the proud that get to go. So, we got a lot of work we got to do. I already applied for passport, so that's rolling. Should remake the units of measure sketch that I was watching last night on TikTok with George Washington. Oh, But how would I apply that to Star Citizen in space? And 2.5 million. Just send me a million to Chachi Sanchez. That should be enough. I got like 4.4, so I should have enough cushion to buy other crap too. Thank you, citizen. I appreciate it. The sun is a deadly laser. Oh, you have to... Right, all of this you have to be online. Accept. There you go, a million. Thank you. What I really want to do is make, not remake, but like, kind of spoof the Long Man, Japanese gum commercials. If I could do that, that would be hilarious. Like, just somehow always being longer. Just so, like, the quickest, easiest one is like that clip where they had of the whole bee, and it's that really, really long ship. And I spoof in just the audio on top of it. Yeah. You're a good citizen. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Quantum fuel is at 75%.
And 4080, that should be plenty. I guess if you're running it at like 4K or something. I was about to say, yeah, or you have a jillion tabs open. All the porn. A pair of 4080s. I was about to say that S is giving me a little pause. But NVIDIA doesn't do SLI anymore, so.
Quantum drive is now off.
Hello there.
Oh, lurking for... Dude, thank you, Blingbot. I appreciate it.
Quantum drive is now on.
Lucky timing, too. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 for me. Man, when the game works,
Quantum drive is now off.
it is crazy. Really light spring on this joystick compared to the other one. Gotta swap out for a stiff one and swap them again. What a cool city. What a cool place to be. Very dirty, though. Very industrial. Actually, it's a shithole. Yeah, boo, boo!
Shields online.
There it is.
Hello there.
Landing gear deployed. Warning, you are leaving.
Another production layer for big screen beyond Halo Strat with the fold-up NVG style mount. I'm so pissed. Dude, I got someone to 3D print the mounts and adapter clips
You are leaving.
that go onto the Apple head strap that will attach to the screw mounts on the Dream Air. So, when those get in a couple of days, I'm going to order the Apple strap, and then we will hopefully have a way better, more comfy experience with this thing.
Landing complete.
I hear the Apple strap is pretty nice, so.
Engines offline.
I was going to mention where you could buy Prospect, and then remember it's been tested for so long. I was about to say, I always remember it's just, you know, Lorville, because the shop there has one in the window.
Hello there.
So, never forget that. If they didn't actually have one at the shop, I wouldn't remember. Yeah. The index is pretty cool. You can do the same thing that uses the back of the index headset and mounts it to your new headset. Interesting. Yeah, the back of the index one is okay, but I'm looking for something better and new and easy. And just like the idea of this being a pair of ski goggles with a ski goggle back strap, way better than this little double Velcro bullcrap that they have right now. I hope it's comfy. I have to fucking pay $100 for that stupid Apple head strap. We added more terminals. Instead of 2, you get 4. Why isn't like this entire fucking wall right here filled with terminals, huh? What is so hard about that? See, already my forehead is starting to hurt a little bit. It's just so tight. Who makes the Prospector? Misk? Oh yeah, that's right. Why are there 2 Mirai categories? You know what? Whatever. I don't have time for this shit.
Hello there.
2.8 million. Purchase. Confirm. Alright, cool. Now we can check out the 4.9 mining changes. Glad that we got ourselves a ship again. Can't believe the freaking wipe took all my ships. I'm so upset. But it doesn't matter. Now we are ready to roll and check out all the cool stuff and features with the new patch. As I walk to the window and look out at Lorville, I'll just go ahead and say that across the board for all mining ships is going to be a full 20% increase on power for all mining lasers. So, if you were thinking to yourself that you can't crack bull crap and Jack Diddley because the lasers suck, well, congrats. Everybody now has more power in their lasers. So, we're going to test out some loadouts. We're going to go mine some rocks. There's new pinging changes where you don't have to scan all of the cracked rocks afterwards. So, hope you enjoy this one. So thank you for dropping by, hanging out, liking, subscribing, doing the voodoo that you do. We're trying to get to 5,000 subs on YouTube. We're trying to help me fundraise money to go to Manchester for Squadron 42 on Twitch. So whatever support you can do and voodoo that you will do, I appreciate any and all of it. With that being said, let's get out of here and let's go test our Prospector. To Crew L1. Well, first the hangar. Oh, wow, there's a skylight up there. Didn't even notice that. $40 GB geometry update for those 2 kiosks. Oh, I guess I need to... Is it a small hangar or a medium for the Prospect? Surely it's small. 2.9 hours to be out of data. The econ ship price variation must still be active. It's close enough. Maybe they just love me over here. Oh, this head pad. It's rough. It's small. God damn it. All right. Cool. Cool. Thurston has the discount active from the Stanton competition. Oh. Oh, is that what it is then? They discount their own shop? I guess, yeah, it's a planet-wide. Yeah, once everybody data mined and figured out the reward, it was like, oh, okay, well, we're going to make sure that that's applied to Hurston, because that's where everybody buys all the good stuff. Okay, okay, beautiful. I think we're allowed to swap out the bags manually, and we still might even be able to do it through the menus. I'm not sure if that's changed or not.
Hello there.
But yeah, what's up, Ferrisalt? How you doing, buddy? Also, the black and yellow armor was the best looking. Yeah, I mean, but that's black and yellow, so of course that's going to look good. Okay, okay. Power. I love the HUD in the VR for the Prospector, because you could... The MFDs are... what, holographic? Same with the... wait a minute. What?
Launch sequence complete.
What is going on here? Has anybody played VR recently and looked at the mining and the Prospector and the HUD? Did Sylvan say this was a change? The HUD in the Prospector used to be in front of you, much like the floating holograms, but now it's part of the VR HUD. Like, it's part of my... it's not the visor, but it's visor-like, because the visor floats with my head tracking. This just stays where it is. I can't, like, get around behind it. It used to be floating literally right here, but now it's permanently in front of me. So that's a huge change. So that's actually pretty crazy. I wonder if I can go grab the rock miner. All mining ships. Okay, that's great, but the problem that I had was with the rock miner, because the laser was head tracking. The laser would move with my head. All the mining ships, the lasers are static. With the rock miner, because the laser would move with my head, when I looked at the data on the mining arm, it would freaking move the laser off of my target when I was ground mining. So if they've done this to the rock miner, the space projection HUD, then yeah, we're in a really good spot. All right, that's just starting to test things. We haven't even left the hangar. Let's get to Crew L1 and grab a laser, and then head to Daymar. You can stop it by cycling gimbal modes, I believe. For VR, it's permanently attached to where you head look. There's no other way to control the laser. And gimbaling, like, is broken for VR, too. Like, half of that shit hasn't even worked for years. But I haven't tested it in years either, so who knows? Should be okay if you hold F when you want to look at the panel. Well, they should still fucking let us bind... Well, they do. You could bind the F button to your pinky and put it on your joystick, but you cannot bind the click to, let's say, you know, pinky hold and then click and, you know, select things on your MFDs with head tracking. I've complained to Sylvan about adding that, so hopefully soon we'll have that solution. But as soon as you can rebind the mouse click to actually use the F interface button on something other than the fucking mouse click, then yeah, that opens up a huge world of possibilities for the game and its use with head tracking and VR. So you're welcome if that gets in. That's Microtech. There should be... There it is. Sucks trying to be a refueling in VR. A lot of mouse HUD stuff. Yeah, you gotta adjust sliders, and same with engineering. Like, until we could actually just, you know, like, touch and interact with controllers, with touch controllers somehow on the MFDs. But I still don't know how tactilely good that will be. Usually when you design that type of thing, you design it for a VR-only game, not a game that is inherently a PC game that has mouse and keyboard controls. Hey, what's up, Daywalker? How you doing, buddy? What have you been up to? Hope you've been well.
Hello there.
Welcome to the VR Citizen experience. Rebound mice to yeah, using joystick gremlin and other third-party programs. I want CIG to be able to do this in their own control fucking menus. That's what I want. I want the mouse to not be the only way to interface with the F click. Or with the F interaction menus. For those odd clicks. See, he's even got it as a button that he could push. Like, the fact that you could rebind the F key, but you can't rebind that click is just insane. I was about to say, I felt a little bit close up. Use search field on the binding page. What do you mean binding page? Okay, Crew L1, my home away from home. Used to do a bunch of salvaging and stuff, hauling plates up to the window here. It's great fun times. Hard to keep anything consistent in this day and age when everything just breaks randomly between patches, but you do what you can. Alright, we're going to store the ship here, and then we're going to grab some lasers and some equipment, and then we're going to head to Daymar, and we're going to test all the new pinging and all the new scanning stuff.
Hello there.
Maybe we get lucky, maybe we'll find a big haul of some high-quality rock. Anybody know if they adjusted the spawn rates for the rock ores, or is it all just your laser is more powerful to hit them? Oh, come on! Been filling Google form after form trying to publish an app I made, but then it's gotten forever, and the actual issue's on their damn AI. Wonderful. Never trust AI. Binding control. Oh, key binds. Gotcha. Yes. Search field on the key binding page would be incredible. In fact, you know, just having an actual key binding system and a wizard, as well as, like, you know, an up-to-date key bind
Hello there.
anything would be great. Where am I thing? BRB. So I've heard that CIG servers have been shit in the bed lately. Today, I guess they still are. I haven't had an actual 30K in a long time. Oh, did my internet go down? No, the stream's still going. I can hear it in the other room. No, we just have 30K. No, okay, yeah. Just fucking waiting here then. Oh, do we have to actually... Oh, that's... I was about to say, I wonder what's up with the OK button. Well, god damn it.
Hello there.
We're back at Lorville. Okay, I'd never seen one with an OK button, so I guess that's why. God damn it. Okay, and cut to us at the shop at Crew L1. Ready, steady, go. So fucking dumb. So that was a full server crash, no rollback. That's interesting. You've been playing for an hour, but hey, your firewall might be to blame. Yeah, I know, right? I'll write that down. Damn. 30Ks. Okay. I love how here at Lorville, I love how here at Lorville, nobody gets their view in their hotel or apartment room. Everybody shares the big one view out the side window. Our view, brother. Gotta go all the way to the fucking hangar. Take fucking public tram. Ugh. Finally, here we go. Tram rides aren't so bad visually. It's just they take fucking time is all. Guess I'll need to spawn my ship, different server and all.
Vehicle retrieval system.
Oh no, is it not even? Oh, it is here. Good. Oh. Okay. Thank God. Okay, okay, let's see here. Hall, call the hangar.
Launch sequence complete. Landing gear up. Shield off.
Alright, let's get back to Crew L1 again. Oh, that boost didn't do shit. There we go. I was about to say, where's my button for engine power? Okay. God, this piece of shit's slow. Come on, get out of the atmosphere. Bro. Christ. Okay, we're finally moving. Oh, okay. Now we just travel. Oh, so, anybody doing anything cool or fun this week? Anybody got any plans? You know, I saw the new Predator Badlands movie that came out last year. Finally, with my buddy the other night. It's actually not a bad movie. I quite enjoyed it. We had also watched that Alien Earth series about Weyland-Yutani Corp making, oh, what is it? There's synths, cyborgs, and then a third one where they uploaded consciousness into bodies. I forget exactly what it was called. What were those called? Augments? It was basically between the cyborgs, which are humans with modified body parts for robots, the actual synths, which were like people like Bishop, which were like full-blown androids, and then the third one, which I guess I forget what they called them in the series, but really, really interesting dynamic between those three. Clearly, the third one gets wiped out because they're not in the lore in the future. Clean out your fridge, the 4-year date garbage other people bought, so that's nice. No idea why they buy that shit and never eaten any of it. At least you got shit in the fridge. Speaking of that, I actually got to clean out my freezer in the garage. The power outlet, I left the door open on it, looking at some water and drinks and stuff when I was sick. And then that overcharged the compressor. Then that switched off the, what do you call it, thingy? The breaker in the wall outlet. With the breaker tripped, the fridge turned off, and then all the stuff in the freezer is basically bad. So, I'm gonna have to deal with that and throw out all that food. It's not like it was anything that I needed, but it was all just like, you know, emergency, like, you know, eat when shit goes crazy, or, you know, just stuff to cook and heat up for later type of thing. Switch out your VKB right-hander Gladiator Omni to a straight grip. Feels like a new straight... Wait. Your VKB right-hand Gladiator Omni to a straight grip. Why were you Omniing in the right hand? Do you have an Omni in the left hand? Were you trying to Anakin Skywalker it? Because I heard somebody that had bought 2 Omnis because they wanted to fly like Anakin, but then they realized how dumb it was for like a motorbike. Oh, so you want to like throttle like that? That's weird. I'm not gonna lie, that is weird. I guess that'll be great on a hover bike. Well, I always think in VR as far as immersion, so having the food in the fridge is not something to be grateful for sure. Just not for 4 years? Yeah. Man, you know what's dangerous is that they're building a new McDonald's literally like 2 blocks away from me. Be able to get like midnight nuggets while I'm streaming and an ad break. That's how crazy that's gonna be. It's gonna be dangerous. Excited about the new Virtual Motion sticks they just made. Can't afford them though. Yeah. It's hard to afford anything right now for most people. Me especially, since I'm trying to afford a Manchester trip. Refinery. But hopefully, we get some of that wonderful Voodoo done. We'll be able to have me packed up there and kicking ass in no time. I cannot wait to meet everybody and show off all the cool things that I'm allowed to show off if and when I do. So, that being said, here we are at the refinery, and it is time to buy some stuff. So let's get some lasers and some modules. I'm not an active module kind of guy, much more of a passive, you know, let them do the work for me. I'm very lazy, so we're going to get a loadout to complement that. And I will get to that loadout as soon as I'm done buying it. Oh, good. Ad break. Perfect. Y'all have fun. Oh.
Now, what in tarnations is this? Holy Toledo, it's time. Okay, so now this would be the point where I'd walk up, go over to the pistol cabinet, and I'd pull out a cowboy hat and I'd put that on just like Slim Pickens style. But I couldn't find my cowboy hat, and I don't think I could get that to work with the VR headset. So just pretend that I did that, and then let's keep on going with the gag. Bombing run check sequence initiated. Autopilot engaged. CRM 114 discriminators engaged. Communications now locked to priority only. Target designated Victor Ranger 1.16. Check Victor Ranger 116. Estimated time to target 1 minute and 40 seconds. Main payload of 4 size 10 Moab mini nuclear strategic strikers. Armed and ready. Automated payload delivery system engaged. Prepared to open bomb bay doors. Stand by. Bomb bay doors non-functional. Switching to backup circuits. Bomb bay doors still non-functional. Engaging emergency power and override. Negative, still non-functional. Deploying explosive bolts. Explosive bolts not responding. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna head down there and see what's going on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, we're done messing around. We interrupt this episode to bring you a special announcement in your #1 trusted news source, Crazy Sanchez. Thanks, folks. Crazy Sanchez here, and I want to bring VR Citizen to you. We're building a mobile VR cockpit that we can take to CitizenCon and bar citizens in your local area. We need all the help, support, and voodoo that you do over at the GoFundMe link in the description below. Thank you again, and stay safe, fly right.
Hello there.
Just a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm back. Did you guys miss me? Too bad. All right, get my glasses sorted here. Move the wire. Get the keyboard. Where'd you guys go? Alright. Grab some Surgers and Sabirs. I am a very, very passive kind of guy. Are you talking about, well, Sabirs are the whatchamacallits. Hang on. First, let's just get the laser. It's still Helix, yeah? Clearly?
Hey there.
Alright, Helix. Mining modules. Surge are active for boosting power. The Sabirs are gadgets. No, no, no. I'm a passive guy. Everybody knows this. I'm very lazy. We're gonna go with... Let's see here. What do they offer? I think we go Torrent 3. No, not Torrent 3. Extraction laser power. Who the hell cares about that? Focus, Lifeline, Stampede. Found all the crap that's sold here. Do I not have the... What are the passive ones that give more power? All I have are focus modules. This sucks.
Hey there.
Lifeline, Stampede, Active, Charge Rate. Okay, we get one Torrent 3. Where do we find... What is the name of the module that's passive that gives laser power? And where is it sold? Riger 3. Only in Nyx? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my gosh. Alright, for the purposes of this video, we're just gonna go with something else. God damn it, why does my mouse... My keyboard... W key... Does this need, like, new batteries or something? It's either that or, like, the... Let me think. Where is the actual... Hang on, I gotta find out where the dongle for this keyboard is. I think it might be in the closet in the other room. I need to put it on this side of the wall. Many reasons Nyx is my home, and that is one of them. Well, I mean, you only buy it once. BRB. Again. God damn it. It's one thing after another. that should hopefully solve the signal connection issues I've been having with my fucking keyboard. Okay.
Hello there.
Alright, are we here? You ready? Oh yeah, for some reason that's just way more responsive now. Who'd have thought? Okay, modules. Um, I mean, what do we really care about now that we can't get our Riger 3? Not even a Riger 1. God. Extraction laser power. Who cares? Extraction laser. Material level. Now, hang on. That's not bad. Optimal window charge size minus 25%. I could deal with that. And then we want some gadgets. FTLX is not bad. Makes the window bigger. Hey, nice to see you. Is that the new Pimax? You're not using the Crystal Super? No. We got the Dream Air now. So, which is basically the Crystal Super, but in a much smaller form factor, which is very nice. Stability plus, resistance minus. Do we want that instability though? I think I'm more of an Optimax guy because I want the cluster modifier. Yeah, I'm a cluster modifier kind of guy, if you're asking me. Resistance minus, optimal charge size minus. I could deal with that. Those are expensive. Running the XTR XL and Filter XL. I think this adds stability with less inert material gain. Interesting. Pimax makes a new headset a couple of years. Pisses a lot of people off, but I think it's cool. Well, I mean, they're one of the few companies that are pushing the entire industry forward. Get out! What are you doing here? Get out of here! Step away! Back off! But yeah, it does suck when you're, on the receiving side of the buying for the bleeding edge. How's the FOV? It must be much smaller. It's not that bad. It is not as wide as some of the Crystal Super units, but it's just as wide as, I think it's like, what, 109, 106 FOV? I think you could hit exclamation mark Pimax, and there should be a link that'll take you to my referral links. There should be one for the Dream Air there, and I think you could look at the stat page. But I'm pretty sure it's like 106 or 109. But yeah, how you doing, Gamazana? Good evening. Tried using a pre-OpenXR headset for Star Citizen. What do you mean? Which one? Ugh, freaking... It hurts keeping my arm all the way up here. I need to build like an actual mouse pad right here, but my thigh is so high, it's above the joystick mount. Maybe I move the joystick mount up a little bit? I don't know. HDK2? I have never heard of an HDK2. Who makes that? What is that headset? One that ran OSVR precursor to OpenXR. Ah, okay. But if it never made the full swap to OpenXR, then yeah, I don't think you're going to have a good time. The dev kit too. Right. Razer made it back in 2015. Oh, really? Man, that one I completely missed. I guess that was like a little bit right before the Index came out. When was the Index? 2017? 2018? I was about to say, where are my local ships? This should always be shown. Oh, it's on the pad. Okay. Predates Windows Mixed Reality. Well, I mean, it's not like, that's still around either. Around the same time as the original Vive. Gotcha. Okay. And so, yeah, it didn't work too well, I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't know how you would add OpenXR to it, because that's kind of like the whole pipeline for getting the renderer to work for Star Citizen in VR. Alright, we need to drop that. Just trying to run it through Steam, pass through and translate from OpenXR to OpenVR to OpenXR. It was close, yeah, but no cigar. I was able to get a video to work on my... What was it? The DK1, my Oculus DK1 that I got from CIG, right? It was able to show and render VR in the two eyes, and it looked good, but there was no head tracking because it was before head trackers were built on the headset. So, console renders, but the rest of the game doesn't. Dang. Unfortunate. Oasis driver that might do something. Isn't that, like, outdated or not in use anymore, or not being supported? I remember people talking on the Discord about Oasis driver giving issues, but not sure. DK1, yeah, exactly. Well, I didn't get it working. I got video to show up in stereoscopic, and then I spoofed the head tracking data from my index, which I wore on top of my DK1 as a hat. So, working, very, very liberal use of those words, so. DK2 has an interesting thing. It has a single camera tracker. Yep, it actually has sensors built into it, unlike the DK1, which is just two glorified, well, single monitor with a software box in the video cable that splits it into side-by-side. So, it was a very impressive hat. Yeah, for sure. Oh, HDK2. Gotcha. Okay, this is killing my arm. I have to get this. Okay. So, let's see here. Our stuff that we are using. Let's go to our prospector. Alright, you're going to want to go to Systems. Nope, you're going to want to go to Utility. We're going to add the Helix Mining Laser, and we're going to add our Torrent 3 and XTRXL. So the Torrent is going to give us extra charge speed for a little bit minus of window size. And normally we get a Riger 3, which would give laser power, but instead we just grabbed optimal window size plus for less inert material level at the cost of a little bit of extraction power. The Helix laser, though, has the most power available for its slot and size, so we're going to save equip change, grab our prospector and head to Daymar, and we're going to check out the scanning changes with the new patch. That should be checked. Okay, let's see here. Hacker development kit. Gotcha. Slump TV. Sorry, now miss. What we now miss is telemetry data for using motion rig. Then it is perfect. Yes, indeed. Let's see. A problem with VR that you need people to use it in tech companies just to want bots selling to bots these days. I had to flash the board, updates the SWM on the main board, partially disassembling, Oasis newer open resources replacement for whatever they use for XR. Huh, interesting. And very much an early VR thing. Yeah. Using the older headsets definitely has a lot of interesting loops that you gotta jump through, so. If you do manage to get it working, feel free to make a post about it on the VR Discord for Star Citizen that I run. I'm sure others might be interested in doing the same if they got one laying in the closet.
Hello, how can Miss help you today? Systems on.
Okay. 1200 by 1080 per eye. I mean, any VR is good VR, but yes, it does get better with better resolution. Sorry, I missed your feedback. Twitch hang all the time. Come back later. Alright, thank you, Schlum, for dropping by, man. I appreciate it. It is OLED. Well, that is nice. Take a bonus where you can get one.
Landing gear up. Shield off.
Alright, to Daymar.
Quantum travel engaged.
Mostly I'm impatient waiting for Valve to release the frame, so you're a wireless gamer, huh? Yeah, I think it's going to fall into two camps. Those that want to use their graphics card that they paid a lot of money for and have 4K VR gaming and use a cockpit. And those that want to just play wherever they can in VR and use a controller and maybe sit on a couch.
Quantum travel engaged.
And both of those people are going to have a blast if they're playing Star Citizen, or Squadron 42 for that matter, in VR. Both sound nice. Exactly, exactly. It's VR. You're having a really good time. Somebody explained like Star Wars to pizza. Any pizza's, good pizza. It's just, pizza can be better than others, but you're still getting pizza. So, I mean, you're still getting VR, man. Any VR is good VR. And as we fly down to Daymar here to test the new mining features for the patch, I guess this will be as good of a time as any to start to talk about VR and Squadron 42 and how people will play it, when, where. I've been meaning to make this video for a while, if you're watching this on YouTube, but just basically a general speculation/rant video about just the how, when, where, why of Squadron 42 and my personal opinions on everything. Now, full disclosure, I do have an email from CIG about the Squadron 42 event in Manchester that I've been invited to. I have not looked at it yet for fear that it will be like, all right, sign the NDA and don't talk about anything and yada, yada, yada. These are my opinions formed by myself through pure speculation. I haven't used any insider information, and this is all public knowledge that anybody can be, able to glean and get and put together if they have simple, brain and math capability. And, yeah, like and subscribe and help me get to 5,000 subs on YouTube and help me get to Manchester by coming and hanging out on Twitch. So, since we got the Manchester event in October, which would normally be during the time that, Since we got Squadron 42 event in Manchester happening at the end of October, when normally CitizenCon would be, I think that there's going to be basically, we play the game that's going to be a semi-release candidate or within a near close enough patch to it, right? I think that they are going to have to try to hit the release before Grand Theft Auto 6, which means that it's going to be early November or, late October. I couldn't imagine it being late October, though, and them slipping to, early November. The reason being is that we're going to sign NDAs and we're going to go over there and have fun and schmooze and talk with the devs and whatnot, but there's no way they're not going to let us film stuff or have us be filmed, and, you know, eventually we will want to talk about it. So there's got to be some sort of embargo timing involved for all the people going to the Squadron 42 event. With that being said, I don't think that embargo will last more than a month. You know, people sitting on all this information and whatnot, I think something would probably get out by then, and I don't know how long embargoes are for, you know, private events to game releases normally in the industry, but in my gut, I have a feeling that they're trying to release it before Grand Theft Auto. There is no Christmas release for them. It's do or die for October or early November, and I think that we're going to be basically, hopefully, playing the full product as close to a launch product as possible at the Manchester event. So with that being said, I mean, you know, hopefully, where was I going to go with this? So I think that, where was it got? Hey, what's up, Scren? How you doing? I think it's odd that the next week after the event is the 42nd week of the year. Wait a minute. Is that really true? Well, then it's got to be... Okay, so that's got to be it then, right? There's no way. I think that they have the game a lot further along than anyone is able to admit. And one of my gut feelings on that is because of the VR support. They got VR support up in December, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how good it works. It's basically the best Tier 0 implementation CIG has ever dropped. It works better than elevators and hangars at this point, for those that can run it and were able to get it working. So, not only did that work so well, but they've also iterated on it and added features and updates and stuff, and little bits and bobs every patch, and they still got to do zoom and scope stuff. They got to do foveated rendering, and Sylvan's talking about adding touch controls, and the rapid pace at which VR is getting updates, and especially since Chris Roberts on stage in Australia during an esports event for racing said that they're going to have Squadron 42 on release with VR ready. I think that they are basically have a lot more polish in Squadron 42 than anybody cares to admit. And I think that they're basically able to tack on VR support, ride in the last few months as they're getting ready for the actual release. If the 42nd week of the year is the week after the Manchester event, then I think it's not even going to be 2 or 3 weeks for the embargo. I think they're going to try to drop Squadron 42 the next week. It'll be the Manchester event, which will be Squadron 40, which is normally supposed to be CitizenCon. Everybody will be clinging onto the edge of their seats for that, because I think they'll be going full media blitz for Squadron 42 at that point. We'll be embargoed for a week or two, max. We'll go home, make our videos, and get ready to post all of that stuff to YouTube. The game will launch. It'll be before Grand Theft Auto. Everybody will be able to, post their videos and reactions about, what I did in Manchester. And I think the timing of all of this just seems like, fairly simple to kind of, mathematically guess at this point. Not even using or needing insider info. I just, they have to release it before Grand Theft Auto. They can't release it in December. They can't release it after, December, because that'll be January 7, and it has to be a 2026 launch. We know the October event is when we're playing the game. I mean, I think there's just a slim window here where it has to basically drop. So, and hopefully by then the Steam frame is out. There you go. Hopefully. And if not, you can help me get to Manchester in the meantime by buying a Pimax and using my referral code VRCitizen at the checkout. That'll get you an extra 2% off, as well as get me some money to help out with VR Bar Citizen events, and I guess now that I got to fly internationally to Squadron 42 stuff. So, with that being said, now that I've got this video out that I've been trying to make for a few weeks, but I've been sick and haven't been able to, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And thank you all for doing the voodoo that you do and supporting me through all of this. And I'm going to go look at that email from CIG and see what they're telling me about the Squadron 42 event. Because I'm probably sure I'm going to have to sign an NDA after that. So, with that being said, thank you for watching, liking Voodoo that you do, and yeah, stay safe and fly right. How close are you to getting the ticket now? Oh, so far away. We need to raise $4,000, you guys. It's 2 12-hour flights and 3 days and nights of hotel in Manchester. Down like the middle of Manchester, if I want to be walking distance from the studio and don't want to have to take a, you know, an Uber or pay for a taxi. So we got to get working on that. We need a lot of money. If you want to donate directly, drop by the GoFundMe links down in the description below. Drop by Twitch once we're running the streamathon here in the next week or so, and help us fundraise some money to send me to Manchester. Till next time, stay safe, fly right. I'm Chachi Sanchez. Y'all have a good night. All right, let's get mining, shall we? Great view of Crusader. Exclamation mark help. All right, perfect timing. Perfect timing. All right, where is my stupid controller? There it is. But yeah, thank you, Major Scran. I appreciate that. All right, hang on. Couple. Come on, you piece of shit. Hang on. I gotta turn off recording now. What the hell? This controller isn't syncing.
Hello there.
Alright, stop recording. Alright, start recording. Alright, now part 2 of the mining video. We go find some stuff. Okay. Let's see here. Do I have all my keybinds set up for this? Would it be that one? Yes, it is. All right, cool. Perfect, perfect. All right, we are flying. Now we need to scan. The problem is that I put my chat on this stupid thingy that I use to scan, so I'm going to need to change that keybind. Or actually mount my chat for Twitch up on the wall. Okay, so speaking of scanning, there are changes to the game with how you mine and scan. So basically, whenever you crack the rock, and it has all those little tiny sub breaks and stuff like that, you are able to ping like that, and it will show the composition of all the sub rocks underneath it. Okay, so that's Revenant Pod. So where do I need to head? I think we'll head for this one right here in front of us. I think that might be some rocks. So basically, beforehand, if you didn't know, it would crack a rock and it would break into 4 to 6 smaller pieces. And then each of those rocks, you would have to fucking scan for like 20 to 30 seconds, and it would take forever. And then you would know which one has 100% inert, which is garbage, and which one has all the quantanium or gold or whatever you're trying to mine. So now, since you can ping, it will scan all of the sub-rocks for you, leaving you to immediately be able to just look at them and grab the good stuff. So that is a great, great change. Some A4 right here. Is that all there is? I think that is. Revenant pods. Where is... Do we have to swap to a scanning mode? Does anybody know? Is there new scanning changes? Am I doing this the old way? Try Yall belt? No, we always mine on Daymar, alright? I just don't think... I actually think I need to use the scanning mode, which I hate.
Mining mode off.
It's nav mode. No, that's not that.
On. Mining mode on.
Quicker reading of values, pretty much instant. Which values? What do you mean? And where and how? Are you talking about in scan mode, or... And how do I activate scan mode? Because my keybind for mining mode and scan mode is the same thing. V is scan mode. Okay, so on top of all of those sub changes, I think we have actually faster and better scanning if we go into V scanning mode.
Mining mode off.
And I don't actually ever use this, so I have no clue. Oh, here we go. You can actually see the rocks now. Perfect. Immediately showed up. Isn't that great? Alright, cool. We found some silicone. The rocks you just hover over in mining mode. You don't have to wait for the values to load. Oh, okay. Perfect, perfect. Alright, so we swap back over to this.
Mining mode on.
Easy on approach. There we go. Alright, so 510 and 572 hef. Not bad. Not great. Not great, but not terrible. Alright, some raw hef there. 510. That one's 672. And that one is 510. Alright, so let's take a crack at this. Come on. Come on, I just scanned you. No, it is quicker. It's not instant. Well, the ping on the sub break should be instant. And let us test that out. Alright, so... Alright, there's that. And I guess the HUD, the mining HUD, I can still, if I got forward enough, I can get behind it. Unlike, let's say, the actual... So yeah, the nav HUD is permanently into the horizon of the VR headset, but the mining HUD is still floating in the ship, which is just so weird that there's so many different, levels of HUD. Because then you got the VR, then you got the visor HUD, then you got the MFDs on the ship, and then you got like the main menu system, and it's just a lot more layers than you would ever imagine or think of when you're playing in 2D on your desktop. So, okay, here we go. Let's mine, shall we? I have the power. Oh god, too much power. I looked away for 1 second. See, this is what happens when you play in VR.
Warning. Power.
Oh boy.
Warning. Power critical.
Yeah, I'm aware. Okay, it's a spicy meatball. Alright, we are going to let that cool down. Then we're going to crack it. Perfect timing. Ad break.
BRB.
Here at Crusader Industries' Universal Headquarters, research has been proceeding to develop a line of automation products that establishes new standards for quality, technological leadership, and operating excellence. With customer success as our primary focus, work has been proceeding on the crudely conceived idea of an instrument that would not only provide inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal grammometers. Such an instrument comprises of not only Spacely sprockets and Coswell cogs, as well as industrial bearings from Shubin Interstellar, electronic components from Frisker Semiconductor, and all monitored by software built raw, we give you Crusader Industries Quantum Encabulator. Now, basically, the only new principle involved is that instead of power being generated by the relative motion of conductors and fluxes, it's produced by the modal interaction of magnetoreluctance and capacitive detractance. The original machine had a base plate of prefabulated amulite surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with the panometric fan. The lineup consisted of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes so fitted to the end of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes so fitted to the effectively prevented. The winding was of the normal Lotus O deltoid type placed in pan-endermic semi-boleoid slots of the stator, every 7th conductor being connected by a non-reversible trem pipe to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the grammometers. Moreover, whenever fluorescent score motion is required, it may also be employed in conjunction with drawn reciprocation dingle arm to reduce sinusoidal depleneration. The Quantum Encabulator has now reached a high level of development, and it's being successfully used in the operation of quantum jump travel. It's available soon wherever Crusader Industries products are sold. Okay. Howdy, Chachi Sanchez here. I bought too many atlases and now I'm bringing the discount down to you. I was hunting for a good deal on power loaders when CIG decided to price the atlas at $40. Did you know you could drop an atlas off in somebody else's hangar and it'll persist long after you've left the game or server? Then you could use it as much as you like. There is no lock or unlock or power mechanisms with this bad baby. Just step on in and load away. It's the Ferrari of tractor beams, also priced like one. Don't believe me? See what these happy customers have to say. I was gonna buy 3 of them if they were $20, but now I'm gonna go down to Crazy Chachi's Atlas Emporium and get me 2 today. Uncle Jeb bought his Atlas down from Crazy Chachi's Atlas Emporium. He took it to get a pack of smokes and came back with a Christmas tree. 10 out of 10. Would shop there again. Buy my insurance fraud, used stock of Atlases, Atlas I, Atlas C, whatever they are in plurality, come on down and buy them. Only $29,999 AUEC. Get your used Atlas today at Chachi's Atlas Emporium. Results may vary from customer to customer. We do not take responsibility for accidental dismemberment or discomfort from general use. Comes with fully limited warranty. Valid until Atlas is used. All sales are final. Come down to Chachi's Atlas Emporium today. Is that good? Is that it? Did we get everything? Very possible, this.
All right, perfect. We ready? All right, move this forward. Recenter. Okay, take 2. Laser down. Power on. Okay. So it should be easy to crack. Oh, what? Now it doesn't even want to budge? There we go. All right, come on, little fella. Let's get the power up. Here we go. Easy. For those that don't mind, if you wanted more power, you can get closer to the target. Like so. And it should, yeah. So that's one way to adjust, is you got your throttle for the laser power and your actual throttle for your ship.
Warning, power critical. Warning, power critical. Warning, power critical.
Now we should be just the right distance to hold at 100 here. And then, boom. I said boom. Alright, there we go. Crack. Perfect. And now, instead of scanning and looking at these for like 20 seconds each, single ping, and then boom. All of them. God damn it. Freaking chat. Alright. Single ping, and all of them are now scanned. Boom. Look at that. So that's just silicone. There's the hef and inert. There's the silicone. There's the silicone. Alright, cool. Alright, I guess let's just grab the silicone here. Ah, damn it. I need to crack the second round of rocks. Alright, well. This one we're going to want to get a little bit further away here. And just tap it in. Tap it in. Tap, taparoo. One ping, Vasily. One ping only. Alright, I wonder what these smaller rocks are gonna be. Come on, ping. Does it not work? There you go. Surprise! It's silicone. All from 100% silicone rock? Really? Alright, we'll scoop up all of this, we'll head to the refinery, we'll stuff it in the oven, and we'll call it a day. I wish that you could move these rocks with tractor beams and gather them all up in one place and have a dedicated cracking team and a dedicated slurping team. But no. People apparently were able to capture asteroids with cargo bays with like the 890 jump, and then they didn't have proper physics, which is why they gave them none now. Oh, I think we're good here. One more. So yeah, people were able to put asteroids in the back of the 890s, and they did a lot of shenanigans and very, very bad things with those near the stations, from what I remember hearing about. Which is why we can't hit a tractor beam on a rock and move them all into a pile of the good stuff. Because who would want to do that? Mining head that has multiple modes includes a tractor? Impossible. No, I'm just saying using like some other ship that has a tractor beam to move them. Not even the mining itself. Thus encouraging multi-ship and crew and team gameplay. But what do I know? Let's get back to Crew L1.
Hello there.
What's going on? Why can't I get rid of...
Extraction mode on. Shield off.
There we go. Alright, cool.
Mining mode off.
I saw that. Rocks at the Aesops. Yep. A Vulture mining variant? No, they already have a Drake mining ship, don't they? Now, the Vulture as a platform, I could get behind that, but a platform for what else other than salvaging? Honestly, can't really do that because the arms are the salvaging tractor beam arms, and then the big body is the big mulching machine. So it's kind of purposely built in shape and size for doing its job. Multi-cruise conspiracy, grim derp darkness of the 30th millennium. There's only solo Idrises. You're not wrong. Also, I think we're about to run out of water.
Landing gear down. Landing successful. Shield on.
How do I turn this off? Alright. Okay, we're gonna get down to the refinery, deposit this shit, and then cut the recording. I think that's gonna be it for the VR Citizen portion of the stream. I think we'll play a little bit of Tarkov, and then I'm gonna probably head out of here. And then we'll try to focus on getting shit ready for the streamathon. I need to focus on getting my sleep schedule sorted so I could stream properly. I need to get my energy back. And then we'll see if we could do like 8 to 12 hour streams. What I'm really waiting for is Pimax to send me, well, for their new a headset gasket for the Dream Air to exist, and then for them to send it to me. And then that will make things way more comfortable for me to use the Pimax for longer sessions. Because it just hurts after 4 hours. Tarkov is a real game, so as an SE streamer, it's disqualified. We're only allowed to be miserable. Now, trust me, Tarkov is plenty miserable. You'll be right at home. It's like having a spike shoved into your penis. Trust me, I know what that feels like. I just dealt with a UTI. Alright. Okay. For those that have no clue what you do in mining... Ah! Dude, bro, come on, man. You come in here and you set your refinery order and you do a whole bunch of different things to make it worth your while. Or you could come over here and just dump it in the hole and then just get paid. Bro, really? Okay, god damn it. Alright, so you come over to the refinery center. then you select your prospector and you set up a work order. We're just going to go dink solventation, select the silicone, we get a quote, 22 UEC for an hour and a half of time. Perfect. Accepted. Then we'll take a box of it and go sell it or use it for crafting. Easy peasy. That's mining. Don't you hate it when your boss hovers over your shoulder and just looks at his watch constantly disappointed at you? See, he's checking his watch again. This guy can't have a break, ever. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed checking out the new mining changes. I actually learned a lot, especially with how the HUD is now implemented for the piloting stuff compared to the mining UI and all that. So that's new info for me. For those waiting for my good videos, we will have the console commands / CVARs video that we're going to be creating and filming over the next couple of days. So hopefully, at the end of the week, that should be there. So enjoy that, and yeah. Till next time, stay safe, fly right. I'm Chachi Sanchez. Y'all have a good night. Alright, let's get out of here. Long days ahead. We got to get to Manchester. Alright, stop recording. Alright, done. Video is good. Footage good. Alright, I think that's going to be it for me, folks. And best announcement first. So you want to unload your cargo. You start by taking an ice pick and jamming it through your cranium and dying. That's how you mine. No joke. Alright, we're going to suicide, get back to New Babbage. And then I'm going to head to the desktop. We're going to just chill and play there for a little bit. Thank y'all for watching the VR Citizen portion of the stream. Still doing short streams till I'm back to 100%. Take that.
Okay. Can y'all hear me? Alright, let's play a few rounds of Tarkov, shall we? Coming in loud and fun. Good. Do that and that. Cam is good? Good. Alright, brilliant. Let's see here. I want to watch something on the side. Okay. Cam likes to take a vacation. Yeah, exactly. Testing, hello.
She, his confidence.
All right, you guys want to watch something cool with me? Here you go. We got sumo, baby. Sumo is on. Oh shit, it's Ishii, the Ukrainian white juggernaut. He's been on a roll lately for this tournament. If you've never watched sumo, it's fascinating. I love it. A couple of sumo streams on Twitch too. Those usually get taken down. Oh, and he's out. This one's on Kick, and it seems to be the one that is constant throughout the seasons. It's really dumb too. I think that they should just have the English broadcast on YouTube and not even worry about like who outside of Japan is going to be actually paying to watch sumo. Make it free and let people those that are interested in it actually check it out. That's just my opinion though. Money to be made somewhere, someone's gonna do it. Ugh, alright. Freaking pissed. Last raid sucked. Alright, I guess we're going to fucking, what do you call it?
Hello there.
We're gonna go to customs and try to kill some dudes. Some NPCs, or no, some PMCs with this stupid shotgun. Also, you know what? I want to put a shorter barrel on this. Can I? 750. 610. Alright. Now the ammo magazine is longer than the barrel, but that's still shorter than it was. Okay. Alright, we need to get a lot of grenades. Getting fucking tired of being caught out by fucking bullshit at this map. Alright, we need more injectors and then we're ready to roll. Alright, Mule, SJ6, Propital, Zag, and a mellow yellow. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go to customs. We're gonna try to kill shotgun kills on PMCs. Worst mission ever.
Hello there.
Okay. All right. PMC hunting. PMC hunting. Already got one, you see? Who the fuck are you? Not a PMC. Son of a bitch, wasting my ammo. Gonna head out. Got some things to do. Have a great stream. Thank you, man. I appreciate you dropping by and hanging out. I'm probably only gonna do a couple of raids and then head out anyways, so. Alright, a lot of shooting going on over there. First shot. Alright, cool. Why we brought this gun. Motherfucker. Bro. It's the worst shot ever. God damn it. Oh, this fucking sucks. Uh-oh. Starting to think that these flechettes suck. Might need to go with Magnum Buck. I see you out there. Nice. That dropped him. SJ6, hello. There's a man on a mission. Oh, speak of the devil, Magnum Buck. Let's fucking go.
Hello there.
Right, I haven't actually healed yet. We could have gotten killed. Alright, let's go. I don't see a scab on the roof. Pretty sure one was shooting at me earlier, though. God damn it. Nice. You're just heading that way. Right behind dorms. Perfect. Alright, nice drop. I'll take it. Alright, it's a weapon drop.
Hello there.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Was that 762 by 51? Do we have any of those in here? No. Okay. So... Nearly full of M80. Jesus. Alright, nobody here on the first floor. Anybody home? Oh boy.
Like a good bottle of Chateau de la Chassalea wine, eh, Chachi Zaya? You're right there, Chachi Daya. Who'd have thought 30 years ago we'd all be sitting here drinking Chateau de la Chassalea wine? Aye, in them days, we'd have been glad to have a can of pips. A cup of warm pips out of a broken machine.
How do we stop?
And zero sugar. Or pips even. All was filthy in a cracked can. We never used to have a cup. We used to have a drink out of a rolled up newspaper. The best
Yeah.
we could
All right, well, that's
manage
just gonna
was
have to
suck
play.
on a piece of damp cloth. But you know, we were happy in those days, even though we were
Dad
poor.
used to say to me,
because we
"Money
were
doesn't buy
poor.
you happiness."
All right, well, enjoy that. Sorry.
I was happier then, and I had nothing. We used to live in this tiny old house with a great big holes in it. House? You were lucky to have a house. We used to live in one room, all 126 of us, up on the 200th floor at Area 12. Half we were all huddled together in one corner for fear of falling. You were lucky to have a room. We used to have to live in a frozen corridor, half buried in the snow at New Babbage. Oh, we used to dream of living in a corridor. Would have been a palace to us. We used to live in an old hydrogen tank on a rubbish float barge near Orzen. We got woken up every
Okay,
morning
we gotta
and
get out of here.
floating fish dumped all over us. House, humph. Oh well, when I say house, it was a house. It was a hole in the rubbish fields outside of Lorville, covered by a piece of tarpaulin. But it was a house to us. We were evicted from our hole in the ground at Lorville. We had to go and live in the lake before it dried up, and we had to move to Arcorp. You were lucky to have a dried up lake. There were 160 of us living in a small shoebox in the middle of a frozen lake outside of Babbage.
Hello there.
Cardboard box. Aye. You were lucky. We
Alright,
lived
we need to
for
drop a
3
little
months
bit of
in a
weight
brown
here.
paper bag in a septic tank. 'Twas before we found the hydrogen tank. We used to have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, clean the bag, eat a crust of stale bread, go to work to the mill for 14 hours a day at the shipyards, week in, week out. When we got home, our dad would thrash us to sleep with his belt. Luxury. We used to have to get out of the lake at 3 o'clock in the morning, clean the lake, eat a handful of hot gravel, go to work at the mill every day for 2 pence a month, come home and Dad would beat us around the head and neck with a broken bottle. If we were lucky. Well, we had it tough. We used to have to get out of the shoebox at 12 o'clock at night, lick the frozen road clean with our tongues. We had half a handful of freezing cold gravel, work 24 hours a day at the mill for 4 pence every 6 years, and when we got home, our dad would slice us in two with a bread knife. Right. I had to get up in the morning at 10 o'clock at night, half an hour before I went to bed. Drink a cup of sulfuric acid, work 29 hours a day in the mine, pay the mine owner for permission to go home, and when we got back, our dad and mother would kill us and dance about on our graves singing hallelujah. Why, would you try telling the young people that today? Will they believe you? No.
Keep moving. I think he's already dead. Yeah, he dead. Oh, we're so heavy. Yeah, it's 58 kilos. I don't think we're gonna shed that. Oh, we want to get this weapon out. Really? Alright, we need to reload. Come on, just let me get one kill. Oh, we got him. Oh, thank fucking God. Holy shit. SP5, pretty meh. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Alright, at least we got one shotgun kill, finally. We're just gonna skip out of here. Jesus, what a raid. Okay. Brilliant. Finally, one kill. With the shotgun on customs. We need like 7 more. This mission sucks. It used to just be at the dorms, so you just go dorms and just wait, but I don't know, I haven't gotten dorms kills in a long time. Ugh, alright, there's this. Put that in there. And they only 86,000, that's not a lot. That Magnum buck. Alright, that sucks. Okay, Ragman. Okay. Alright, we are ready for another raid, but I think that'll be for another time. Where is some Zag? I need to just buy some Zag. Alright, maybe I take a snack and I can get one more in me. I kind of want to see if we can get one more kill here.
Hello there.
But I am a little hungry. Give me just a sec. BRB.
Hello there. Hello there.
Okay. Made some pierogies the other day. Snack on one of those. Cooking a couple of hot dogs in a pan. So that'll be good. We'll throw down some Pringles. Eat that with a bit of ketchup. That'll be a great snack. Okay, so we have shotgun. Extra rounds for that. Ugh, Forget we have shitty armor. This makes this very tough. BRB.
Hello there.
Alright, cool. Let me get my drink here. BRB. Okay. We got a hot dog, some Pringles, a pierogi, a couple of Triscuits.
Hello there.
Okay, customs. Noon. All right. Couple more bites and we're ready to roll. All right. Let's go. Delicious. Okay. Right. So, PMC kills. Oh, we didn't refill our fucking injectors. All right, I guess let's get to dorms. First try. All right, cool. What in the actual fuck? Those had to be PMCs, right? Zadovsky out in the open? The fucking Zadovsky brothers were okay. For fuck's sake, what are they doing right there? Why would they be right there? Fucking the guards of the boss, which should have been inside the dorms. Just a bunch of bullshit. Alright, well. There you go. Yeah. Alright, after that I think I'm pretty done. I don't want to get together another kit and do something else. Because that's what that requires. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, you guys have been amazing. Thank you for watching. I'm going to get to bed and then edit this stuff for tomorrow. And then see if I can get some work done by myself and skip an evening of streaming the Be Back Wednesday. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. We'll play it by ear. You guys have been great. I'll check y'all later. Till next time, stay safe, fly right. Y'all have a wonderful night. Chachi Sanchez, y'all have a wonderful night. Whatever I say. You know what it is. Later.